Danik D is absolutely correct. We are in the game. Pretty standard flight path, if you ask me. Splits the map in half. Pretty standard stuff coming out there. Now, I am wondering, where in God's name will I see etiquette? Now, my information tells me that they're going to be somewhere close to Chumacera, but let's see if that is going to be the case here. You can see the first teams already deploying on a map. And to quickly, again, touch on the subject and finish off my thought, right? So for teams to build over and transition over their momentum from one event to another, or pretty much just to keep the momentum up going, they need to have a clear vision what they're trying to achieve, and they need to be real with themselves. It's very important to have that clear communication in the team to explain to each other what your flaws are. Even though, like, even if you've grabbed a victory, there are still things that you can improve upon, and it's recognizing those small things, and that builds both team core as well as momentum that transfers on, because, like, it feels like everyone then in that case are adding just more on top of whatever value you have achieved already, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And but what about tactics, though? So the entire concept behind the PUBG Pro Sessions is this is meant to literally be like a scrimmage that you can take home some cash, and it's meant to be fun as well. A chill way for these pro teams to spend their Friday night, as chill as can be when there's $10,000 up for grabs. But
just
a
small,
a small 10 Gs. But there we go.
Well, the circle seems to be, I would say, quite pleasing for everyone, considering there's not much water involved.
Yeah. So we are watching a stone cold killer with his SLR, just trying to give a little love tap to a couple of players there.
Yeah, and I mean, here as well, the fact that why these players are even taking these long-range fights where it's very extremely difficult to down each other. Speaking about downing here, Gemty puts Marv on the ground and instantly takes him out there as well. Ibis was able to return the favor on T-Bone, and now Michael joins the fight and eliminates Gemty. This is going backwards and forwards. It looks like Redline might have put a serious dent in Omaken's
oh yeah. Gemty is the MVP for Omaken, so that's pretty massive. I mean, that's the guy you want. That's the guy you want in Phase 7, right?
Well, rip Gemty, but now Redline trying to make way still out of the blue zone, and they're sort of stuck still with the remaining players here. T-Bone is knocked on the ground, so really for Omaken, he just now dies to the blue zone as well. So Omaken, is that just a single man standing, I believe, for them? And against these three Redline players, no way they're going to allow him to move quickly around and some sort of weasel his way out of this one. They're flanking in from three different directions. Even the Molotov on top, which denies even more ground to work with. Michael does take a shot from somewhere, and Basku will be found. He will be out as well. So, no, actually, there's still one player alive out of Omaken somewhere not close by. EDG joins the fight, and they have spotted Team Liquid. Pixelic as well from Tempest has managed to knock down Clib. So Team Liquid, again, not finding themselves in the best of positions in terms of having to fight two different fights. Almost a knock there on ATG's side. The blue zone is going to hurt. Did he manage to pop the heel off? He didn't. Thinker lost. Will go down, but Bullets takes down 11th MDK from Istanbul Wildcats here, and Northern Lights, again, just slowly finding their pace. They have managed to find an area to work with within the new circle. Still 40 seconds remaining before Phase 4 is on the move, and Navi now probably already spotted out Northern Lights here close by. Need to understand where will they make a move. Well, it's not early anymore in the game, I'd say, but still.
It's going quickly, though. It feels early.
Oh my god, Team Liquid, that's a deadly grenade coming their way. Dealt so much damage, and Razor Edge, a doozy, yo!
A doozy. The trifecta. Oh my god.
If there ever was a glory nade.
Oh, man. The pinata exploded. There's candy everywhere. That was intense.
And this is what I'm talking about, Team Liquid, right? The subject I mentioned before. It's just they find themselves in pretty much the worst of situations. and it seems it's like a fashion trend that's already established itself here. In the meantime, Tornado Energy taking a few players out from Istanbul Wildcats. Let's see if they can recover from that. Obviously, great news for ETG, who want to try and claim their throne. Forever runs over Hewitt.
Oh. OMG.
I mean,
Okay.
they were you know, switching positions and then perhaps just on a wrong timing in terms of leaving the building. Page will be found, and that will be Omaken eliminated here. Definitely not something I thought I will say.
Surrounded by the enemy.
And it feels so much pressure as well in that situation. Okay, so Winstreak are probably in prime position in terms of holding on to these buildings and seeing if they can fight off their opponents. Same goes for Northern Lights as well. They're going to be pretty happy about the buildings that they have. Batulins even has the chance to go up hills and spot over those peaks. Let's see if they can if he can manage to spot out Na'Vi. Tempest here, obviously making use of the cover in the form of rock and then the few vehicles that they have. Now, question is, how will Tempest try to move around here? Because they have Blaze directly underneath them. They have 2 kill points right now for themselves going. The car probably going to explode soon, so the guys better move. Trying to peek over, across, beneath, and whatever other angle they can try and find, but it doesn't work out for them. In the meantime, though, Redline on a move could spot out EDG here. Definitely see the smoke.
We've definitely got a Michael Bay moment coming up. That car is ready to blow.
I mean, if it's going to be another multiple grenade kill coming through, I'll be only happy. And this, again, point taken right. They are extremely precise with these shots. Tries to forever, guys, goes for the seat swap. Worked out for a brief moment. Michael too fast lays the grenade on top as well. Doesn't finish him off just yet, so ETG still have an opportunity to try go for a pickup, but guess who joins the fight? It's Ents. Grenades already are out. 2 grenades coming your way, Michael. Surprise!
Oh my. Oh. Dude, he caught that one with his face.
Skushke gets 2 for Ents. They're looking to finish things off with Redline here, as only one man standing there. In the meantime, Nixie does die to the blue zone, so Tempest there will be eliminated, and I think Ents managed to finish off Redline there as well. Redline will finish in the 10th position. In the meantime, Wanderer from Winstreak manages to find a kill, but Ab, as mentioned before, returns the favor. Wanderer will be finished off by the tab from Na'Vi, so Na'Vi starting to join these fights. TSM also suffering losses on their side, and something the TSM fans dread to see.
Maraku from Team United Kingdom. Dilly, he's down. Oh, Tekker's getting his own.
Tekker's doing work right now, trying to disrupt Ents, and Etiquette here are very tempted to join the fight. Don't want to risk it too much, though. A knock will come through from Rustan Mar towards Etiquette. Let's see if Etiquette managed to stay alive here. They still have decent grounds to work with here. Now the car has exploded. They can use that as at least some cover, but the grenades are a huge problem. The zone is on its way as well. Luckily, it closes off in the nick of time in their favor. Phase 6 seems to be a bit of a rough one right now, considering there's a road in the middle, and that means that road will need to be crossed at some point in time. Vehicles not really that big of an option right now. Winstreak still can hold on to their buildings. Same for Northern Lights. Na'Vi for sure are not going to move anywhere. They have pretty much also a prime position in terms of just viewing advantage. They have the hills to work with, and that's definitely where they want to be with those SLRs in hand. For Winstreak, though, more kills their way. Etiquette struggling to stay alive. Blaze comes in. Apocalypse gets 2, finishes off forever in the process as well. Lipson joins the fight, and Etiquette are going to be eliminated in the 8th position. So the rotation just and the circumstances really didn't work out in their favor.
Dude, that is a pretty solid first showing in the PUBG Pro Sessions for Etiquette. Like you said, the circle was a cruel mistress right there. An Ice Maiden. That was difficult. I'm pretty impressed with that performance. What about you?
Lipson enjoying the blue zone here, but just off the fact that he's last man standing and he knows TSM is close by. A few of the members died from his hand, trying to grab last kills if he can. Iroh will be knocked, but Fex quickly eliminates Lipson, and with the sliver health he had in the blue zone, that was extremely easy for them. Besto, in the meantime, scoping out these buildings, looking to see if he can spot one of the Northern Lights players or 2, if ideally. Vard, in the meantime, finds 2 from Raise Your Edge. Excellent points going the way of TSM here. So a last 14 start will appear for us. I don't think that Raise Your Edge will be able to survive this one. It looks like they're being sandwiched in. You see they have Winstreak around them, TSM closing in, and even Na'Vi now choking the life out of them. Northern Lights, in the meantime, sitting back, enjoying the show. And that is it. Raise Your Edge are going to be eliminated. So the last 4 teams are Na'Vi with 4 people, Northern Lights with 4 people, TSM 3 people, and Winstreak with 3 people alive as well.
Vard needs a new vest there. Oh, Vex needs a helmet. This is getting pretty intense.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a standstill now before this phase closes off. There's really no reason for any of these teams to push into each other apart from the zone, moving them closer together. And you can see that's why these smokes are starting to be deployed, as teams need more walls, quote unquote, to work with here. That grenade might be big coming out here. Oh, luckily in the brink of time, but as I say that, Perfectic lands another one on top of Senya, and that's going to put him on the ground, even though Besto able to return the favor onto Spyro. So Na'Vi clashing with Northern Lights, even managed to take down Winstreak in the process with the help of Vard there as well. So Winstreak are going to be eliminated in the 4th position. You still have 3 more teams alive, and there's still plenty of people alive as well. Besto finishes off Spyro with the Molotov, so it's 3 against 3 against 3. A complete three-way right now, as Iro will be knocked by Batulins. Nice shot. Orange looking to see if he can find Perfectix there, and it's just pretty much a brawl between all of these teams. Orange needs to be careful, works in the ridge line there just to get some cover, and more of Northern Lights players are going to go under the ground. Still 2 remaining for them, 2 for TSM. Na'Vi working as usually with the number advantage that they have. They're trying to get a decent spread around the map to have maximum amount of ground to work with, and thus deny those positions for the opposing teams.
I like this move from Na'Vi though. Batulins, is there any other man that you want? Come on, right here, right now.
None other than him. I mean, he has the sole chance to ruin the day for Na'Vi if they remain on that edge. And as I already said, like, look at the blue zone being pushed together. Vex forced to do a risky move out in the open. Now is going to be moving closer, playing around the edge of the circle, because obviously, at least in that sense, your teammate can cover you and you can just gain information looking forward. Batulin's head was just spotted by Vard, so he's going to be giving a heads up to Vex, saying, look, remember that ridge line that you're going for? Yeah, there's a dude behind that. Now, question is, do they know that it's only a single player from Northern Lights here?
Oh, poor Batulins, if he pulls this off.
I mean, it will be a miracle if he does, because Vex is already closing in, and that is going to be all she wrote for Northern Lights. They're going to finish off in the 3rd position, so this is TSM against Na'Vi. Na'Vi have the man advantage here as well, and it's starting to look a bit bleak right now. The Tab as well, mindful of where of those grenades are coming from, has still plenty of health to work with. And as I say that though, Vex will find Orange, the Tab will return the favor, and now Na'Vi need to find one more TSM member to close things off here. Nice flank towards the left-hand side, keeping together, and Na'Vi with 10 kills will find the finisher on Vex, but not the closer just yet, as Vard spotted open the open. Vard actually gets the drop onto the Tab as well.
How did he do that, dude?
But the res comes through in the meantime for Na'Vi, so there are still 2 players alive. Grenades being exchanged, flashbangs being put forward, so Vard can get some grounds to work with. Orange knocked again, based off the fact that he had still low health. Trying to go for the kill. Vard can still technically do this. He has only 1 more player to find. The positioning not the greatest. The headshot angle is there for Besto. He just needs to play his fool, play his cards right. Can he close things off, or is he choking? Vex Vard in the meantime, still trying to land that headshot. Besto trying to still gain more grounds to work with. Flashbangs forward from either side. The question is now, who is pushing? It's a game of chicken right now between these 2. Besto as well obviously doesn't want to throw this one. Uses the Molotov, is going to be using the grenade as well. He has no armor to work with. The helmet is ruined as well. And I believe it's the same story for Vard there. So it's flesh on flesh fight, but Vard doesn't have the health on his side. More grenades happening as Vard finishes off the Tab and secures extra points just in case he goes down. And this is the sneaky play coming out now. Super, like 200 IQ Vard right now. Goes dead silent, knows where Besto is, sees the grenade angle as well, surprises him, and TSM!
Money and power, respect my mind, no doubt. from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this line is never on vacation.